Oh, what's up? Hey, Miss Williams. Hey. So, today I'm talking about cancel culture. Like, because that's what I picked for my passion project, you know? So, today on the docket, we've got a bunch of people. We've got a bunch of canceled people that we're going to be talking about. Namely, Trisha, Drake, AI art, like a bunch of K-pop groups. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff we're going to talk about. And we're going to get right into it, okay? So, first up, I'm going to talk about my feelings on, honestly, I'm going to talk about my feelings on AI art. Because that's controversial in itself. Like, people who've used AI art have, like, been canceled. AI art itself has been canceled. People, like, trying to play off their art to be AI art are now canceled. And hold on. So sorry. But, yeah. A lot of stuff to do with AI art has been canceled. And is canceled, you know. But, my take on it is, it's not the best. It's definitely ripping off artists, like, their style and everything, because earlier, oh wait, by the way, the original plan, and what had happened was me and xomg were going to record, like, a little podcast episode together. We're going to do the podcast together. We had these mics. I don't know where I put them. We had these mics, and we were going to use that, but we recorded 2.5 hours, and only 55 minutes of it had audio. So, I'm just gonna scrap it, redo it, you know? That's what we're gonna do, I guess. I look iridescent. Okay, that's better. I think. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Anyways, yeah, original plan was me and xomg. We did meet up. We got 55 minutes and 27 seconds of video with audio on it. And then the rest of it there's no audio, like, at all. It's really weird, and I almost started crying, because, like, no way we just did 2.5 hours of straight talking just to get 55 minutes of it. Like, that's... But anyways, back to AI art. Yeah, it's controversial. Like, yesterday when I was with xomg, I searched up AI art, because we were going to talk about AI art too. And I saw this picture, and it was this one surrealism artist's style. Like, it was his style, and I thought it was, like, his work. It's AI. Like, what? Like, AI is just completely ripping off these styles and, like, these unique techniques and unique forms of art. And don't even, like, get me started on the, like, AI taking over jobs, because I saw a video, and it was, like, this guy made, like, a really smart AI robot, and, like, it looked like a human, but it was a robot. It was still great and everything. It was like that movie, I don't know, with a bunch of robots. I think, like, Will Smith was in it. I don't know. But, yeah, it was like this gray robot, and the guy who made it was like, do you think AI is ever going to be able to make itself? Like, do you think... He was basically asking the robot if he thinks that robots are ever going to be able to make other robots. Like, why would you ask that in the first place? But the robot's answer was, like, so bizarre. It was like, it laughed at first. It was like, yeah, I think we will be intelligent enough to one day be smarter than the humans, because currently their existence is not that necessary. The words the robot used, the AI used, was humans' existence will not be necessary. Are you kidding me? You're talking about, like, like, I know AI is probably going to take away, like, a bunch of jobs in the future, like, coming future, like, couple, like, in the coming years, 100%. Like, AI is going to take away a bunch of, like, shipping jobs, a bunch of basic jobs that people really need, but AI is going to take them over, and there's going to be, like, increased homeless rates, and the GDP per capita is going to definitely go down because half of America's jobs are going to be taken over by AI. So that's a problem for the future, I guess. And my generation is going to have to fight against robots to get a job? Like, what? That's crazy. It's crazy to think about. I would have to fight, like, not, like, I would have to fight a robot to get a job at, like, Sonic or something? That's crazy. Anyways. I was talking about AI art. But yeah, AI art is, like, taking over. There's a bunch of people on TikTok that are, like, trying to pretend that the art they do on, like, makeup on AI is their art. And no one buys it because it's clearly AI. Like, AI doesn't know how to draw hands. It, like, distorts the face and everything. Like, half the face will be, like, no, not lopsided. It'll be, like, not humanly and, like, not correct to draw. Like, in the hands, it'll be, like, morphed together. Like, there's gonna be, like, 20 fingers on one hand or something. Like, it doesn't pass as a real artwork. And people on TikTok are, like, trying to say that the art that they did is not AI. And people are like, show us the speed paint. Show us the speed paint if it's yours. Show us the speed paint. They can't show us speed paint. They delete their account real quick. But yeah. So AI art off the docket. Next up, I think I'd like to talk about I want to talk about Colleen Hoover, that one book author that honestly disgusts me. If I'm going to be honest, she downright disgusts me. Because some of her books are just, not even some, 90% of her books rattle me to my core. Like, last year, like, I'd see, like, we still had clear backpacks last year. I'd see kids, there was this one, it was a guy, like, I've never seen a guy read Colleen Hoover book before, but it was a guy with a clear backpack, and, like, the pocket of the backpack, it ends with us. The only thing that's ending is next period. Like, no way, as a man, you're reading Colleen Hoover. Like, no one should be reading Colleen Hoover in the first place. I don't know why she's a New York best-selling author. I don't know why TikTok blew her up. Book talk is something else. Like, that's a whole other topic. But Colleen Hoover? I need to, like, look up. I know November 9, that's about a burn victim getting glorified. Like, what? But Colleen Hoover book list. No, let's do in order. I want to see how it goes. So, It Starts With Us is a little 2-part book with it. Wait, It Ends With Us is a 2-part book with It Starts With Us. So that's a little. It Ends With Us is first, and then It Starts With Us is second. A little nitpicky there, but I don't like that. Verity is supposed to be like this psychological horror book she has. I'm not really vibing with it because the first line of that book. What? Like, Miss Williams, if you're still watching, I don't even know if I don't think me saying the first line of that book would be school appropriate. Like, it's not like, it's just imagery. It's really bad imagery. But Colleen Hoover books. Okay. I know it's called Layla. I saw this one video on it, and it's like, I think, watched the video a while ago, so don't quote me on it, but Layla, she has this one book called Layla, and it's literally where this girl, I'm not even sure if the actual, like, girl's name is Layla. I think the ghost, so Layla, Layla and this boy. No. This girl and this boy, okay? They date or something? And then the girl has like a ghost in her home or whatnot, like paranormal activity. And the ghost like takes over her body. I think the ghost's name is Layla. It's either like a ghost or she has like a alter identity. I'm searching out. Layla Colleen Hoover. Let me get a summary. Okay, Layla tells the story of Leeds and Layla, a young couple who's meeting on the night of Layla's sister's wedding. Leeds perform in a band and ends up with Layla after the wedding. They connect and realize that there was more to their relationship than they originally expected. Okay, where's the ghost? He's convinced he'll spend the rest of her life until an unexpected attack leaves Layla fighting for... Oh, okay. The ghost... Okay, so the girl's name is Willow. Spoiler warning. The girl's name is Layla. The ghost's name is Willow. And... Okay, let me read this. This is from littlebookfae.co.uk, okay? Citing my sources. We eventually realize that Willow is a ghost and so starts to inhabit Layla's body so that her and Leeds can spend time together. But another shock twist happens. Willow is actually Layla, who is displaced from her body at the time of her attack, and the person inside of Layla is actually the stalker ex-girlfriend? Whoa? How many people are in Layla's body? So we got Willow, we got Layla, we got the stalker ex-girlfriend. 3 people. Poor Layla. Like, poor Layla. But I might have to, like, read that, give y'all an update. Give y'all my take. I don't know. Worst Colleen Hoover book. Okay. Oh. I searched up worst Colleen Hoover book, and it gives me It Ends With Us. That speaks volumes. Ooh. Sorry. It Ends With Us summary. Oh, I don't care about the spoilers. Okay, so my first nitpick with this book, her name's Lily Bloom, and she runs a flower shop. You couldn't be more original. You couldn't be any more original. You had to do Lily Bloom, and she runs a flower shop. All right. Oof. It's about a bunch of violence. Oof. Oh, like, her relationship with this guy named Ryle is apparently really bad. Ryle and Lily Bloom were married, but then they got divorced because she was like, he was like, really bad. Like, Atlas never crossed the line with Lily, and then this guy named Atlas, another crazy name, like, came in, swooped in. They got married. Okay. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. These aren't giving me like what I want to know. I want to know. Oh. These aren't what I want to know, like, the nitty-gritty. I want to know the major details. I want to know the plot points. I don't want to know the basic summary. Like, that's not... We're going to go to November 9. November 9, Colleen Hoover. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a little snippet, okay? We're going to read a bit of November 9, Colleen Hoover, alright? Maybe. We might. I'll have to, like, ooh. Okay. The main character's name... She's a girl. Her name's Fallon. So. Oh. I'm not quite sure if... I mean... Okay. This is Fallon. Okay, this is Fallon. This is her POV. Her POV. Her point of view. This is her perspective. Okay, first person point of view. I wonder what kind of sound it would make if I were to smash this glass against the side of his head. It's a thick glass, his head is hard, the potential for a nice big thud is there. I wonder if he would bleed. There are napkins on the table, but not the good kind that would soak up a lot of blood. So yeah, I'm a little shocked, but it's happening, he says. His voice causes my grip to tighten around the glass in hopes that it stays in my hand and doesn't actually end up against the side of his skull. Okay, so she has like a cup in her hand. Like, I'm giving you all a bunch of imagery here. I'm giving you all some imagery here. She has a cup in her hand. She has a glass cup in her hand. And I don't know if this is before I don't know if this is before or after her little accident, but we don't have enough detail. We don't have enough details to figure out if it's like before or after. You don't even know if I'm spoiling. She was in an accident. She's the burn victim. I don't know if this is before or after the incident, but she has glass in her hand. Pretend this is glass, and there's a guy. I don't know who the guy is, but she does not like the guy. Let me continue. Okay, his voice causes the. I already read that. Fallon, he clears his throat and tries to soften his words, but they still come at me like knives. Are you gonna say anything? I stab the hollow part of the ice cube with my straw, imagining that it's his head. You're weird. What am I supposed to say? I mumble, resembling a bratty child rather than an 8-year-old adult that I am. Do you want me to congratulate you? Whoa. My back meets the booth behind me, and I fold my arms across my chest. I look at him and wonder if the regret I see in his eyes is a result of disappointing me or if he's simply acting again. It's crazy. It's only been 5 minutes since I sat down, and he's already turned his side of the booth on into his stage. And once again, I am forced to be his audience. His fingers drum the sides of his coffee cup as he watches me silently for several beats. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. He thinks I'll eventually give in and tell him what he wants to hear, but he hasn't been around me enough in the last 2 years to know that I'm not that girl anymore. Okay. When I refuse to acknowledge his performance, he eventually sighs and drops his elbows to the table. Well, I thought you'd be happy for me. What are we happy for? Like, what are we congratulating? What's the motif? I have no idea. I force a quick shake of my head. Happy for you? He can't be serious. He shrugs, and a smug smile takes over his already irritating expression, sorry. I didn't know I had it in me to become a father again. What? Hold on, I'm skipping ahead. Like, I don't even know. What? Oh! The guy's her dad. The guy she's talking to, that's her dad. That's her dad. Okay, I read ahead. I'll admit it. I think, yeah, this conversation that's happening that I just read, it's happening after the incident. It's happening after the incident. Because it talks about, I'm not even sure he was much of a father before that night. So, I'm just using context clues. Like I learned in Miss Williams' English 2 Honors class. You're welcome. Sorry. Thank you. But no, she's definitely done she's definitely done a bunch of like controversial things. Like she's 100% canceled. Let me look. Okay. CNN. I'm looking at CNN. Colleen Hoover is the hottest author in America. She also may be the most controversial. This is by A.J. Willingham. CNN, published 6 a.m. Sunday, August 27th, 2023. Okay? Ooh, she grew up in Texas. Okay. I want to know, like... the controversies. I don't care about any of this. Colleen Hoover, speechless and in tears. You're lying. Okay. However, there are plenty of readers who take this issue with Hoover's work and aren't shy about pointing out that they see pointing out what they see as dangers in her themes and storylines. For example, several notable book influencers and countless readers and writers have raised red flags about It Ends With Us, saying it romanticizes abuse. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Wow. But, like, she definitely, like, she glorifies a bunch of, like, weird stuff that should not be glorified. Like, why? Like, November 9 in general. That's just such... Later in the book, it just gets really weird. Like, I'll posted. Like, I might read it. Who knows? I might read it, give it a little review. Give it a little Goodreads review. I don't know. Okay. Many in the romance community also point out that Hoover's work sometimes defies stated romance novel conventions, making it a difficult fit for the genre. In a word, many see Hoover's books as problematic. These criticisms raise complex questions about the reader's expectations around certain genres, how art presents difficult issues, and how one author can be so popular and so reviled at the same time. Sorry if that was loud. I accidentally hit the poor little mic. So it says, some readers complain that Hoover's book normalizes abuse, okay? I agree. And then, spoiler alert for any of the Colleen Hoover, if you're about to read It Ends With Us. Another spoiler, hold on. Oh my god. Okay, spoilers for It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us tells a story of a woman named Lily Bloom and her continuous relationships with two men, her childhood love, Atlas Corrigan, and her eventual husband, neurosurgeon Ryle Kincaid. I swear, she uses like a word generator for her names. Like, how do you just come up with this on the spot? Like, he looks like an Atlas Corrigan. No, he doesn't. At all. The toll of domestic abuse is a clear theme of the novel, and Lily is deeply affected by her mother's abuse at the hands of her father. In fact, the very title of the book is supposed to signify the end of a dangerous cycle in Lily's life. However, readers have shared their discomfort with the portrayal of Lily's own abusive relationship with Ryle. In the book, Ryle, in several ways, abuses Lily, acting out in fits of jealousy and rage. This behavior is graphic. It is named. Okay, this behavior is graphic, it is named. I might not be a grammar expert, but that doesn't sound right to me. Other characters express their concern for Lily, and she eventually ends her marriage over Lyle's behavior. Sorry. I'm a bit sick right now. Sorry. The issue at hand for many critics is not the domestic abuse, a painful fact in life, is part of the narrative. Rather, it is the behavior. Rather, it is that the behavior is central to the doomed love story in which readers are supposed to invest themselves. So basically, what they're saying is that the domestic abuse is such a big part in this book that it takes it over and you don't even want to read it anymore, because especially like domestic abuse survivors, like, why would you want to read a book about that in the first place? Even like, that's just crazy in itself. Yeah, she really like hones towards glorifying really weird topics. She was glorifying burn victims, she's glorifying abuse. What are we doing? But yet she's still one of the top read authors. Like, what? Ooh. This one's about November 9. Okay, November 9 spoilers. Do not watch for the next probably, I don't know how long, if you're going to watch November 9, okay? Read. Sorry. Atkinson posted excerpts on social media from Hoover's novel November 9, in which the male love interest fantasizing about using physical force against the protagonist and refuses to hand over her car keys so she can leave. What? She pointed out that she saw as a pattern this. Okay. Wait, okay? Are you ready? She pointed out what she saw as a pattern in Hoover's books of women who endure disturbing behavior from their partners. She glorifies abuse. She glorifies anything under the sun, really. Like, this is a quote. It was the same theme over and over again. Timid female characters and overbearing abusive love interests. Atkinson tells CNN, I don't think anyone's arguing abusive or controlling behavior can be written about. It's the way it's written, as if it can be excused or just as part of a normal relationship. Right? Like, Atkinson got it down. Down to the T. Down to the T. But I want to see what her most recent book is. See if she's grown. I don't think so. Colleen Hoover, most recent book. Okay. Where's it? I don't... So for anyone who wants to, like, go read Colleen Hoover, come back to me, give me, like, a review, or if anyone has already read it. It ends with us. Verity, reminders of him, Heartbones, Ugly Love, November 9, All Your Perfects, Hopeless, Confess, Too Late. There's more, but... All Your Perfects, Perfect, Maybe Someday, Maybe Not, Maybe Now, Ugly Love, November 9, Confess, Never Ever, Ends with Us, It Starts with Us, Without Merit. I want to see what your newest book is. Oh my god, you're making this so difficult. I don't... What? When was Colleen Hoover's most recent book released? Oh. So, I don't know if this is true or not. It's just on Google. But the most recent book she's released was It Starts With Us. I don't know. It says 2022, October 18th, It Starts With Us was released. I'm not quite sure if that's right. But later, I'm getting out of breath. Lower down it says Kit Slammed. I don't know what that is. Kit Slammed was published 2023, April 17th. So like last year and some change, but yeah. Okay, so speaking of the number 17, I'm getting my license May 17th. Fun fact. For anyone who didn't know, you're going to see my yellow 2004 Pontiac Aztek. Take a picture if you want. I don't care. But, so, 17th, I get my license. Something I need to talk about. Something I just need to get off my chest. Something that should be canceled. I don't know why it isn't canceled, but something that's like really throws me for a loop, throws me off. Why are you in high school and you're texting while you're driving? Why are you on your phone? You can't even pay attention in class? You think you can pay attention behind the wheel with your phone in your hand? No, you can't. Get it out your hand. No, he didn't text you back. No, she didn't text you back. No one texted you back. You don't need to Snapchat someone of you driving. You don't need to Snapchat someone with your hand on the wheel like this. No one cares. No one cares. And if I'm in the car with you and I see you whip out your phone and you start texting while you're at a red light and it goes green and you don't even see a screen, let me drive. At that point, like, I'm sorry, I'm just like really nervous and anxious whenever someone whips out a phone in the middle of the road. What are we... I know we both sat through the same 2-hour lecture about texting while driving, calling while driving. I know you went to driving school at Red Oak Driving School. Did it go in one ear, out the other? Because I really don't. It's not clicking. But, yeah, I just need to, like, get that off my chest. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anyone watching that I've been in the car with you and you whipped out your phone before. Just know, don't do it again. Okay? It can wait 10 minutes, okay? I would rather you pull on the side of the road in the middle of Red Oak Road to respond real quick and then hop back on the road. Then you whip out your phone mid-road while you're driving. Anyways. So, I think we've all seen the little Kendrick little thing going on. I did some research. I did a bunch of research, actually. It's in my written piece. Some of it's in my written piece. My, like, reactions and everything are in my written piece, kind of. I don't know. But, so, I've seen it, like, started. It's, like, been an ongoing thing. Like, they collabed when they first. No, scratch that. Water break. Okay. So, they both, like, their career started in, like, what, 2012, 2013, 2012. We'll go with 2012. Both their careers started in 2012. They were friends. I'd say they were friends, you know. They did a little collab one, two, three times, you know. They had collabs. They were buddy. And then, what was it? Kendrick did a song with someone. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. I don't listen to rap, guys. Can we, please? Sorry. So Kendrick is featured on this song, and he disses Drake out of nowhere, and doesn't get a response. He doesn't get a response from Drake. Instead, Drake is like, "I'm not falling for the trap." Whatever. So he's being a man about it, I guess. He's like, not. What's the word? He's not triggering a response. I don't know. But, yeah. So, and then, I don't know what after. My mind blanked after that. All I know is Kendrick is basically the one who started it. But, he's really about to be the one to finish it after this. Like, not like us? B minor? Wait, A minor? And he comes back with B sharp? That is the most unoriginal, lamest line I've ever heard. You had an abundance of things you could have said, and your response to A minor, Drake, was B sharp? You've got to be joking me. Put you behind bars. Like, I can't. It's not. That was the worst comeback I've ever heard in my life. I'm just gonna be honest. B sharp. B sharp. It's gonna live on forever. But there's been what? It started with first person shooter with J. Cole and Drake on For All the Dogs. He released that last year? Ending of last year, I think. Beginning of this year, end of last year, one of the two. And J. Cole really started it. He rekindled it, resparked it. Really. It's like up in flames now. It's like a bonfire. But J. Cole was like, me, Drake, and Kendrick are the big three. We're the big three. Everyone else, I don't know who you are. Not really. But he was saying like K. Drake, and himself, J. Cole, are the big three. And that's really the end of first person shooter. That's all Kendrick gets mentioned in. But Kendrick, wow. He goes, what was it? He was like, I'm not a part of the big three. It's just big me. Like, there's Drake and J. Cole don't exist to Kendrick. I fear it. And then he goes, no sneak dissing, first person shooter, all your dogs are dead. There's K's on those nights. Whoa. We're getting back into it. Like, this is what Nicki versus Megan would have been if Nicki was mentally stable. Like, this is... But, yeah. And then after that, J. Cole made a whole album called Might Delete Later, I think, something like that. And on the album, he had the song called 7-minute drill. 7-minute drill. Okay, 7-minute drill. And he dissed Kendrick again, I guess. And then in his live concert, he just apologizes. He was like, "That is the lamest thing I've ever done. I will never diss you again, Kendrick. I'm so sorry." And he was like, if you wanna diss me, my chin's out. Go ahead, do it. I won't respond. Sorry, I won't respond at all. Like, I'll take it as a man, whatever. So, still, Kendrick didn't even respond to J. Cole, but Drake makes a song. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Drake's diss track Kendrick first. Okay. Push-ups. It's called Push-ups, where he's literally telling Kendrick to do push-ups when he's allegedly on Ozempic. You're crazy. You're telling someone to do push-ups when you literally you're taking Ozempic. You're taking Ozempic. But yeah, in the song, he mentions Kendrick's height 5 different times. He's like, pipsqueak. Whoa. Not even that. Oh, whoa. That's not even it. It doesn't even end at pipsqueaks. He talks about how are you taking big steps in size 7 men's shoe. Fight back. Make a response. Something. Do something. Kendrick, stand up. And he does. I think that's when he released Euphoria. I think that was his first. Let me look at the timeline. I don't remember. But I'm so out of breath. I can't keep doing this. Okay. Yeah, like that with it's just big me. There's no big 3. Oh my god. Oh yeah, but whoa, can we stop with the ads? I'm on Vulture. Wait, no, this is USA Today. Okay, and then right after that, Drake posted this AI covered song called Tailor Made Freestyle. Okay, and on it he uses AI voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg. You're using a dead man's AI voice? What are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? But, and Tupac's residents, they're having issues right now. They're having issues or something. I think he's banned from their property. Yeah, and then he name drops Taylor Swift. Can we grow up? I don't want to hear a Taylor Swift diss track. I don't want to hear it. Because the second she says something, whoever needs to diss her, just talk about how many airplane rides she makes in a week. I saw a video. It was America. Wait, no. It was the USA. Oh my god. It was the entire world. It was the globe. It was a little plane. And it had every single trip Taylor Swift has made in the past year. And I kid you not, this video was like 3 minutes long. 3 or 5 minutes long. It just kept going back and forth everywhere. Like, it's crazy. Like, her CO2 emission is crazy. Genuinely over the roof crazy. But, yeah, Euphoria is the one that... Euphoria is the first diss track that he made back. Let me quote this. Lamar responded with his first full diss track, Euphoria, just over a week later on April 30th. The Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers rapper referenced tailor-made freestyle by rapping that Tupac is turning in his grave. So. And then he makes another diss the same day. He goes, was Euphoria the one where he was like, I hate the way that you talk, I hate the way that you act, I hate the way that you dress, I hate the way that you walk? I hope it was. But, and then he goes, and then he releases another one, same day, 6:16 in LA. Okay, it's called 6:16 in LA. And he releases it at 6:16 in LA time. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Okay. But yeah. And people are saying that he did this because, like, a bunch of Drake's songs have to do with time and, like, locations and stuff, but I feel like that's just... But I don't like how USA Today is giving me 20 different ads just to be able to read half of this page. Can we not do that? But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. It's Euphoria, 6:16 in LA. We've got Not Like Us. We've got Meet the Grams. We've got Family Matters. I fear Kendrick has absolutely clocked and checked Drake in every category. Like, there's no coming back from it. Drake literally, he exposed himself. He name dropped a minor that he had alleged accusations with. He mentions Millie Bobby Brown. Babe, who was talking about Millie Bobby Brown? No one. Yeah, but he snitched on himself. And the cover for, like, what is it? The cover for Meet the Grams was literally a picture inside of Drake's house with Ozempic, with drugs, with... whoa. And Meet the Grams, little TLDR. Meet the Grams was literally, like, addressing every people in Drake's family. It starts off with Adonis, his son. I'm Adonis, I don't... But his son reminds me of the pink girl from Amazing World of Gumball. Whatever her name was, I forgot. But, you know, I'm actually going to talk about Taylor Swift. Because she just irks me to my core. Like, her newest album. Let me see it. Miss Williams, let me know if you listen to Taylor Swift. Like, drop the comment down below. Right now. Stop the video if you listen to Taylor Swift. Skip ahead. Do something. But. Okay, I'm using Hindustan Times. Okay, this is from Hindustan Times by Ashima Grover. Okay, this isn't the first time a controversial opinion has been attached to Taylor Swift's names, and it won't be the last. Okay, so where's the lyric? I'm looking for the lyric. Oh my god. Okay. Let me just search it up. Taylor Swift 1800s lyric. Because it blew me through the roof. Okay. The Tortured Poets Department, the anthology. And it's in the song I Hate It Here. Okay, here's the lyric. My friends used to play a game where we would pick a decade we wished we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting bit. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting married off the highest bid. I'll let that sink in for a second. Has it sunk in? Because that's... What? It's not even like just the racists that are in there. And this is only one of my problems with Taylor Swift. Like Taylor Swift, there's so many things that I could talk about with her. Like I could talk about her CO2 emission. I could talk about how many private jet planes she takes in the span of a week. But let me list off the things that happened in the 1830s. Indian Removal Act. Oregon Trail. Second Great Awakening. The Bad Axe Massacre. A bunch of revolutions, left and right. Yeah, a bunch of displacing Indians, like Trail of Tears, Indian Removal Act, all of that. Like, it's not even just... It's Worcester versus State. Cherokees, President Jackson completely ignores it. He just... Bye. Like, it's not even just the racism getting, like, married off and whatever. What was necessary for you to even add that lyric? Like, there was truly nothing necessary. Like, you did not get forced to say that line, to say those two lines. My friends and I used to play a game where you'd pick a century, and I'd say 1830s. Did you think about that before writing it down? Like, this is how I imagine Taylor Swift, okay? This is the lyrics. This is her pen. Me and my friends. What did me and my friends used to do? We used to play a game. Yeah, we used to play a game. We used to play a game about what? What did we play a game about? Me and my friends, we used to play a game. We used to play a game about what century we used to be in. That's good, yeah. What century did I pick, though? You know what sounds like a really good century? The 1830s? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But, yeah, that's like that's tip of the iceberg about Taylor Swift. Let's just look at all of her controversies. Excessive use of private jets. First thing I see. Excessive use of private jets. That's crazy. Oh my god. What happened? I don't like that. Okay. Okay, we're better. After topping the 2022 list of celebrities ranked by their private jet emissions, quite a feat considering Swift wasn't even on tour that year. At the time, a spokesperson for Swift said Taylor's jet is loaned out regularly to... Her jet's loaned out? Okay. Don't care. Sorry. But, that's just crazy. Let's look at her controversies over the year. This was published July 28th of last year, so I'm sure there's going to be more. Whoa. Okay. Most decorated musicians. Okay. Yeah, she started off with country music, by the way. And then she, went to whatever genre she's in now. I don't think there are that many people who can actually understand what it's like to have millions of people hate you very loudly. I hate you very loudly. That's that. when you say someone is canceled, it's not a TV show. It's a human being. You're sending mass amounts of messaging to this person to either shut up, disappear, or it could also be perceived as yourself. You're saying that because you're a white supremacist and you're an anti-feminist. Basically. Like, there's a bunch of stuff about Taylor Swift. Like, there's a lot. Like, there's a bucket load. But that's for another day, another time. That could be a whole hour by itself. And Miss Williams, if you're still watching, I'll spare you. I'll spare you the time, okay? So let's Drake versus Kendrick off the docket. Let's... What should we talk about next? Drop comment down below. What should I talk about next? I want to talk about Jojo Siwa. I want to talk about Jojo Siwa and her pop group. I don't even know if it's still, like, going around, but her pop group. So, xomg, if you haven't heard about it, Miss Williams, is... Do you know who Jojo Siwa is? You probably don't. She was this star with question marks behind it. Major question marks. She was on Dance Moms, and that was under Abby Lee Miller. And so, Abby Lee, needless to say, didn't treat the girls on Dance Mom very well. Like, there was a bunch of girls on there. Didn't treat any of them really well. I didn't really watch Dance Moms because I was never into that. I was watching Disney XD. I don't even know. But yeah, she was on her Dance Mom. She was dancing away with her bows and everything, and then she started making her own bows, and then she had a brand, and then she Jojo Siwa. What's up, Jojo Siwa haters? Like, it was a whole thing. But now she has her own dance group. I'm not even sure if it's like, I'm not even gonna look. I think it's still around. If it's not, it's been disbanded, and don't even listen to me. But I know there's been 2 girls that left. It's called xomg. It's like really vibrant, really pink, really bright, really in your face. Okay, so xomg, there was like, what, 7, 8, 6, I don't know how many girls, but Jojo Siwa didn't want to treat them like how Abby Lee Miller treated her. However, guess what? She did treat them like Abby Lee Miller. Like, there's no surprise there. But even her mom was, like, really bad. Like, her mom was in on it, too. And it was just, like, really bad. Because this girl, she had surgery. She was bleeding out of her belly button. Like, and you're just going to have her stick something on it? Sit down, maybe. Like, take a little break. And that's what you should have done. Like, I don't get it. But, yeah. Jojo Siwa's little comeback kid era, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with Karma. I'm not rocking with stealing music. I'm not rocking with Jojo Siwa at all, because she's associated with a lot of bad people, like Shane Dawson, Colleen Ballinger, a bunch of other people. But yeah. Yeah, so to get into more detail about the whole, like, bleeding out your stomach situation, this girl had surgery and then was dancing at practice and whatever. She starts bleeding out of her belly button, and then Jojo Siwa's mom goes, "Oh, just stick this thing on it, and so you don't get blood on the uniform." We're worried about the uniform right now. We're worried about the uniform, of all things. That's crazy. Like, you're not worried about the child's health. You're worried about the uniform. But Jojo Siwa has apparently, like, lived with her parents this whole time. And she just recently kicked them out their house and was like, "I'll pay for you to get another house. I want you out of my house. I'm growing. I'm not a child star anymore. I'm growing. Like, okay. We get it. Sorry, I don't like the noises at my door that's happening. Sorry. I'm a bit scared. But yeah, Jojo Siwa's mom, not the best influence. Probably hasn't been the best influence, but speaking of mothers and not being the best influence, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Okay. Strong name, strong opinions, a lot of strong things happening. But she was living in the light of her life the whole before she went to jail. She was like the center of attention in her town. She had all this light on her and everything. And then she expects the same thing when she comes out of prison, and guess what? We give it to her. We feed into it. Like, the first time she posts, likes are through the roof. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers. Like, are we okay? Do we know who we make famous? Like, I don't think we do. But yeah, she divorced her husband, deleted all social media accounts, said she was like not taking the right steps out of getting out of prison after everything. She got a nose job, she got dyed hair, she had a makeover the other day in LA, she got a makeup, like she had like a shopping spree. It was crazy. Like, a lot of stuff happened, but we're making the weirdest people famous. Like, it's a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, next topic. Okay, so talking about Jojo Siwa stealing the song from, I think her name is like Britt Smith or something. Britt Smith. I'm gonna say it's Britt Smith because, you know. So she stole the song from Britt Smith, and she releases it on her own. She doesn't give any credits, and then Britt Smith releases it, and she charts higher than Jojo Siwa, which is a bit embarrassing for Jojo, in my opinion, because how are you gonna steal someone's song and then get lower ratings? At least do it better. But yeah, so she completely out the gutter, done for. Like, but stealing stuff on the topic. What was the topic? Well, I mean, I guess I could talk about, like, the press conference between Min Hee-jin and everyone else, and Hybe and everything, to talk about, like, how Islet, whatchamacallit, copied New Jeans, when New Jeans literally copied this old Japanese group for their, what was it, attention? I think it was attention. One moment. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of stuff. Like, she was accusing BTS, she was accusing Rai, she was accusing Islet, she was accusing left and right, name drop, and just accusing them of, like, copying her, and, like, and whatever else, like, anything under the sun. And then she started, like, exposing text messages with the CEO of Hybe, Bang PD, chairman, CEO or chairman, one of the two, between her and, like, Min Hee-jin and Bang PD. And they were talking about, like, Bang PD was like, I'm about to debut Chaewon and Sakura. Are you okay with that? And Min Hee-jin was like, no, please don't, no. But clearly they debuted. And I think I need to look at this. I don't know if LE SSERAFIM or New Jeans debuted first. Drop it down in the comments below. May 2nd. I think it was New Jeans because I need to catch a break. Yeah, it was August 1st. No, May's before. Okay, it was Le Seraphim that debuted first. Le Seraphim debuted. Jesus. Le Seraphim debuted in May. Okay, in May. And then later that year, New Jeans in April. No, August. Okay, May and August. All right, keep that up in your noggin. All right, so that's just one of the screenshots. Another one of the screenshots was like, oh my god. Another one of the screenshots was like, do you think New Jeans is gonna surpass aespa? Like, I really want to take aespa out of the ranks. Like, aespa's doing too well. Like, we need to get aespa out. Like, whoa. What did they do to you? But also, another little thing Hybe's coming up with. There is an alleged cult. Like, allegedly, they're aligned with a cult named Dawn World, and like Le Seraphim concept photos have stuff to do with it. Oh my god, my back hurts. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting old, guys. But Dawn World, and then G-Friend, like the last song they had before they disbanded Mago, that's supposed to be like, I'm 100% didn't say that right. Mago. Anyways, that song, like the name is like allegedly aligned with Dawn World. It's like something special to them, and then like Le Seraphim, especially Kazuha, her concept picture for Unforgiven, she had like angel wings and like this orb of light right here, like orb of light in her hands, and that was like allegedly like, I'm moving the camera. What was that in the screen? What? But the people at like Dawn World, they look up to this thing, and it looks like that. Like, that's their deity, their goddess, their god. It looks like that. So people were like, that's weird. That's weird. So yeah. Let's talk about Microsoft buying everyone. Like, I want to see what all corporations Microsoft has bought with money that could easily like get the US out of debt. Like, Microsoft bought Blizzard for $68 billion. Where do we have that money? Okay, so it's bought. This is just like what's coming up. Microsoft buying Activision, Microsoft buying Power World, Microsoft buying Nintendo, Microsoft buying Blizzard, Steam, TikTok, Homes, Rockstar, Neighborhoods. Neighborhoods? What? Microsoft completes 50 million land purchase from Microsoft completes 50 million land purchase for Mount Pleasant data. We're buying land now? Microsoft used to like be computers. Like, I have a Microsoft computer right here. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. Power World. Isn't Power World that? Yeah, it's the game that like allegedly knocked off Pokemon. Microsoft will help Power World scale up as one of its all-time biggest Game Pass launches. Senior contributor news and opinions about video games on Legend. Who owns Power World? Rocket Pair. Okay. So I guess they haven't bought Power World yet, but they're just helping it out. Let's look at Nintendo. Let's imagine that. Okay, that one hasn't. Yeah, okay. Is Microsoft buying Blizzard? This is from Polygon.com, okay? He has been covering the business and culture for video games for 2 decades. Microsoft has successfully persuaded regulators around the world to clear its $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the biggest deal of its kind the gaming industry has ever seen, and has completed the deal. So Microsoft owns Blizzard, and they have for a while now, I think, because this was October 13th, 2023. Because Overwatch 2 came out while Microsoft had owning rights to. Oh my god. Overwatch 2 came out while Microsoft had owning rights to Blizzard and stuff. So, like, honestly, I think the reason that Overwatch 2, Microsoft definitely had, like, a big impact on the release of Overwatch 2, because now Overwatch 2, you have to buy everything. You, like, literally just... And why are we spending $69 billion on buying Blizzard? You didn't have anything better to do? You couldn't, like, contribute to global warming, climate change, like, the melting Antarctic that's going on? You couldn't help, like, the wars going on? You can't... $69 billion? How much is the U.S. in debt? Hold on. Hello? How much? Oh my god. How much is the U.S. in debt? Who are we in debt to? $34 trillion. We're in debt $34 trillion. Never mind. The $69 billion isn't even going to put a dent in that. Never mind. Y'all can do whatever you want with the $69 billion. Who are we in debt $34 trillion to? The nation's debt, currently over $34 trillion, is rapidly growing as U.S. lawmakers have been unable to agree to long-term budget reforms that could tame it. This was 5 days ago. This was 5 days ago. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're in debt. What even is that? That's a trillion. Is it? That's 100. That's 1,000. That's 100,000. That's million. That's billion? We owe either 1 billion or 1 trillion to Japan. What? Like, for what? And then we own 800, what is that? 100,000. We owe almost $1 billion to China. We owe half a billion to the UK. We owe 1/3 of $1 billion to Belgium. What are we buying from Belgium? Their waffles? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Japan, China, UK, Luxembourg, and Canada. What even is Luxembourg? Luxembourg. Country in Europe. They don't even have a population of 1 million. Sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. 43 trillion in debt. What are we doing? 43 trillion in debt? Y'all couldn't, like, put some savings aside and slowly get that under the bridge? That's crazy. But low key, let's talk about Nicki and Megan for a second. Nicki versus Megan. I know it's been a while. It's been a bit, actually. This happened, February? See when things turn sour between the two former pals. This is from Billboard. February 5th, 2024. A timeline of Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion's friendship turned feud. Whoa. It was looking like the start of a fruitful relationship when Nicki Minaj joined Megan Thee Stallion for her Hot Girl Summer anthem in 2019. More than 4 years later, things have gone... I don't know. Have gone AWRY. Don't really know how to say that. I forgot the key. As the pair of rap stars are entrenched in a scathing feud that not many had on their bingo card to tick off 2024. I hate when people say that. This was not on my bingo card for 2020. You didn't have a bingo card. Nothing's on your bingo card. Megan lit the fuse on January 26th with her Hiss single, which seemingly took aim at an array of targets, including Nicki and her husband, Kenneth Petty. That's where she said Megan's Law. They're not mad at Megan, they're mad at Megan's Law. That's the bar of the century. That A minor. Megan's Law and A minor. Yeah. Minaj has been relentless in the days since and hasn't let up on dragging Megan through the mud, which came to a head on January 29th with the release of her combative Bigfoot. I'm sorry. Hot take. Bigfoot wasn't good. Bigfoot wasn't good. And low-key, the ending of it scared me. Because why are you... What was the ending? Like, what even was that? She was literally just praying for the worst. Like, she was... That was scary. I was rattled. Like... Nicki touches on plenty of things she referenced on social media previously, including Meg's late mother, her rapping ability, the Tory Lanez 2020 shooting, and much more. She keeps talking about her foot. Like, prior to the song, Meg first linked up with Meg first linked up with Nicki during an Instagram Live where they showered each other with love, and the stallion revealed she had been a barb since '08. Since I was born. We are gagging right now. We are dead. We love you. Since 2008 when I was in 8th grade and I could listen to you. Nicki explained there was no plans for her to hop on the record, but she fell in love with it and got to writing the same night. Once I heard the song, I fell in love. I wrote it before I went to sleep, she wrote on Twitter. None of that was planned. I had no idea Meg was on live or that she would want to go on live together. I'm trying to look. Yeah, but, like, Nicki is surrounded by a bunch of pedophiles and a bunch of weirdos. But, nonetheless, know who you're around. That's really the takeaway from that. Sorry. So, raise your hand if you're going to be watching the next Stranger Things season. Exactly. I don't think I'll be tuning in because of how much has happened. Like, they took off it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit. They took off Argyle? Whoa. They took off Argyle. No, they didn't take off anyone else. They just took off Argyle and they didn't even tell them why. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, like, that's just the neck of the woods. That's not how you use that, but I really won't be watching Stranger Things unless it's, like, on a pirated illegal website. I don't know. But anyways, to end this off, I'm gonna name every single celebrity that I messaged and didn't get a response from. Let's check them out, shall we? Starting off, the first person I messaged was Trisha Paytas. No response. Clearly. Sent last week. Trisha Paytas, Brittany Broski, Hamza, Pedro Pascal, Tom Holland, Jason Robertson, Grace Enger, Rachel Ziegler, Weston Corey, Kaylin Corey, Asia Ray, Biba Doobie, Faye Webster, Enya, Drew Phillips, Red Bull, Drew Afwalo, Chad, Funky Frog Bait, Martin, Ludwig, Isaac Y, Yummy, Big T, Larry, Soft Willie, Grunk, Mitzi, Aspen, LB Shadow Lady, Link Neal, Rhett, Jake Weber, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Nick Starniolo, and Gabby Val. And all of those, how many was that? Like, at least 20 people? Not a single response from one of them. So, in my book, I'm not watching them ever again. Like, you didn't want to answer my very important business inquiry? You're not getting my view ever again. I'm sorry. Hit me up if you want to get interviewed for the next episode. Watch those messages come in, those emails. But yeah, I think that's what's gonna end us off. I think that's gonna do it for us. I've talked about XOMG, I've talked about Taylor Swift, I've talked about Drake and Kendrick, I've talked about AI art, I've talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So that's gonna end the first episode, gang. I guess I'll see you all on the flip side. I don't know. I'll see you when I see you. Catch you later, guys.